Imagine you and your friends decide to plan a burglary on the house on top of the hill, a house that belongs to a wealthy man by the name of Augustus Freeman. A simple plan, right? And once you get inside, you are enthralled because the house isn't just luxurious, it's ancient with artifacts and valuable rarities and historical weaponry, and you become so enthralled with everything that's going on that you forget that the homeowner is still in the house. A scuffle ensues and you draw your firearm on the man inside the house. And in the anxious panic, you accidentally discharge your firearm, leaving the man in the house laying on the ground. However, this man doesn't fall or stay down like a normal man does. This man gets up and starts chasing after you. These are just a snippet of some of the opening pages from the Icon issue number 1. She's got your hero right here. In Icon issue number 1, by their own bootstraps, Dwayne McDuffie and MB Bright and the great creative team at Milestone has created a masterful story about a character who crash lands on Earth, similar to the story of another foreign character who has superhuman abilities that crash lands to Earth. Our alien crash lands in a plantation in the South in the 1900s. And with technology and scanning abilities, becomes an African-American child during the slave era. And he grows up a slave in the United States of America, pulls himself up by his bootstraps many decades and centuries later to become a very successful lawyer by the name of Augustus Freeman. So fast forward back to the beginning of our story, we see Mr. Augustus Freeman flying after these kids who broke into his house. And one of these kids that is with them goes by the name of Raquel Erving. Raquel is a smart and capable but precocious young child who gets caught up with the wrong crowd and was up to no good, but was changed by the experience of seeing someone fly, who wouldn't, and decides to go back out and speak to the man who flew. And through their conversation, she comes up with the idea of them being superheroes for their community. His name would be Icon and her name would be Rocket. And while this is such a great gesture, the man is kind of like, nah, I don't really feel like that's the way to go. So she decides to go on her own and create her own look and image for how she's going to be able to start fighting crime. But after more careful thought, Augustus reconsiders her offer and finds Raquel and allows her to fight crime with him under the alias of Rocket. And thus, Icon and Rocket are born. This is a great series and great introduction to one of Milestone's great heroes that they started, along with Hardware, Blood Syndicate, and the Shadow Cabinet, where these characters are fighting crime in Dakota City with corruption. But this wouldn't be a Milestone comic if it really wasn't rooted in some type of social commentary going on in the city. You see, after the Big Bang, which was an experimental gas that was used to subdue and disband a bunch of gangsters in the area, we've had some individuals who didn't react too kindly to that gas and have created some special abilities. And so the Dakota City is a bit on lockdown or in more of a martial law state because there's individuals with bones to pick with the government, or let's just say the mayor. And that's one of the things that we find in issue number 2, which I will be reviewing shortly.